I do have to clap on that one.
Episode 1.
Oh, that was synced.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Welcome everyone to our very first episode of Clap That Slate. I was gonna slap that slate, but no, it's Clap That Slate.
Yeah, both works. Yeah.
But we're not slapping here. We're clapping the slate. Yeah, welcome back to the episode 1. I'm your host Phil,
and I'm your host Romain. Sorry, we're gonna get better at this.
Practice
makes perfect.
Yeah. Today we thought we would want to talk about how our careers started and how we got into filmmaking.
Yep.
Because I think for many people there is not one way.
Yep.
And that's the interesting thing about this industry, and also the headache way, because there really isn't a way. You know, everybody gets in differently. You hear different stories. Everybody tells you, "Oh, that's the way to go," and that's the way to go. And,
you should do that.
There really
do that.
isn't.
Yeah.
And so we want to just talk about our way and how we got into it, and maybe that helps other people. And yeah, who knows?
Let's do it.
So, Romain, tell me why? What?
Why did I choose this career path? Like, probably because I'm crazy.
Yeah.
Be an accountant or something. No.
That's why he's wearing a hat. You know, it's the hair loss, bro.
Yeah, receding hairline, like
industry.
big time. Like my hair is like back here. Probably.
No, we will see it in some episodes. We'll see some hair.
Yeah,
promise.
When I'm losing the cap, I was always interested in cameras and like shooting stuff. I think I first picked up a camera when I was probably like 13 or 14. Filming skateboard videos. I think a lot of people started filming action sports.
Right.
At least in where I'm from, like if you look at the scene of like people doing videos and filmmaking, like probably like 80% of them like started doing skateboarding, wakeboarding, snowboarding, whatnot.
Right.
Just because I feel like these activities are always nice to shoot, and
they always needed somebody to shoot.
Oh, always.
And it's always one guy or girl out of the group became the filmmaker.
Yeah, and I sucked at skateboarding, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna be the guy who's shooting you guys doing like crazy tricks down the stairs. So yeah, I picked up I'm not gonna get technical into the gear I got, but like I had like a Sony like mini DV camera, and
with the top handle that
you. No, I didn't have a top handle, so I had to once I was in my parents' kitchen, and I saw this thing you use to do mashed potatoes. So it's like a handle and like a plate with like holes in it.
Right.
And somehow it was fitting a plate, like a tripod plate. You could fit the plate through the
holes.
Through the holes. So I was just rigging my first camera with like a mashed potato maker, and it worked.
Way.
Yeah. So I had a top handle, and I was like, I got like a fish eye, like a really cheap ass fish eye on the internet. I don't even know where I bought it from. And then I started shooting videos, and then I got really into that. And then I went to high school. And in high school, I went into the visual art department. So we did a little video there, but like the program really was really bad. I didn't learn anything, but it gave me the opportunity to shoot more. And then after that, I shot for like a couple of years, I think. And then
What'd you shoot?
Mostly like skateboard and like friends stuff. Yeah, I was like 14, 15, so I didn't get any like paid gigs at the time.
Right.
I didn't even know that you could get paid like doing stuff
with
like cool
potatoes.
Stuff. Yeah. Yeah. So I didn't know you could do that. And then after like a few years, I was like, okay, I really like that. So How
old are you by then?
Probably like 16 or 17.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm really into that. I might want to look into that as a like career path. And I saved up a lot of money, and I bought that was a DVX100, a Panasonic. You're pretty too young to know these.
I do. I've heard the name. But
yeah, but these were really dope. Like everything you could wish for, like all the ports, everything.
Still with the tapes?
Yeah, still with the tapes. Yeah,
still tapes.
I still have it, and I'll bring it up like next time we're here. But so I bought this camera, and that's when I got my first gig, because I was still using that camera to shoot like action sports.
Right.
And then I was playing football at the time, and like someone in my team was the CEO of like a watch company, like a small watch company. And in Neuchâtel, we're really like, it's called like the Watch Valley. So like lots of watch brands over there. And like I was like, hey, I'm looking for like a summer job. Do you have like anything? And he was like, what do you do? And I was like, I shoot film, like I shoot videos. And he was like, oh, we need like a corporate video. So I was like 17, and I had a meeting with like the marketing team. I had no clue what was going on. I had no clue that people would be interested in like getting
Yeah.
shot done, like stuff done by me.
You just saw it as a fun thing to
Yeah,
do.
and I was like, and it was like, yeah, you have to give us a quote, and I'm like, oh, I don't know. So I try to like figure out like how much like people would like professional would like make
Right.
like make them pay.
What do you charge him?
Probably like 5K.
Oh, your first gig?
Yeah,
That's a lot.
yeah,
For
even
your
more than
first
that. Like
gig.
probably like five. I think it was like 5.9 Swiss francs, which is like 5.9 US dollars equivalent.
Right.
And
You did your homework though. Good job.
yeah, I was lucky because like my brother is like older than me, and like he's an art director, so I like kind of knew, so he helped me out that way, and I got my first gig like that. It's crazy. It took me like a month to shoot, and like I went to like all the manufacturers and whatnot, like shoot.
What?
Yeah, and
All on your own?
yeah, on my own.
Wow.
One tripod, one camera, no lights, and like the result is like okay, like it's.
You still have the video?
I still have the video. We might have to post it up somewhere on like the show
Yeah.
or something.
It's gonna be like
yeah.
showing the screen just quickly.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to. Yeah, this was like 2007 when I
Oh,
did
wow.
this. Yeah, and
Now,
so
how did it go from there?
how did it go from there? Like the weird thing at that time is that I started to like slowly like go away from like the skateboarding scene, and I started to get more into football, and so I like kind of like put on the side like the whole filmmaking thing. I wanted to go to art school, and I decided to go to like some sort of like a business school, because I was like, I feel like filmmaking you can kind of learn on your own, but like the business skills and like how to
harder.
talk to clients is
Yeah.
like kind of
Much
harder.
harder.
So like I went that way.
So nothing video related or
Not
film?
really, like just for fun, family
Okay.
stuff and like GoPro stuff, but
Right.
nothing really professional. And then I graduated, and then I started to work in a communication agency where we're doing like a lot of like graphic design stuff and whatnot. And I was doing like a lot of the project management, still doing video on the side, but not like nothing professionally.
But the video side grew. Like you started doing.
Yeah, I started
it
grew,
for
like-
like
yeah,
also for money or what? Or just for
no,
fun?
just for fun.
Okay.
No, just for fun. I was doing a lot of videos for myself, my family, my friends. I guess like I was doing a lot of editing. Like the
Right.
filming part was like kind of. Am I taking too long?
No. I'm just checking the time. 'Cause we gotta get used to this.
Yeah. The filming part was not like what I liked the most. I liked editing the most. And then I started to work for like a communication agency, and then I ended up like creating my own agency. And this is where I was like, okay, I want to dive back into that, because I love this so much, and this is so fulfilling, and like I really like doing this. And if you like
Right.
doing something, if you're lucky enough to have the opportunity to do it professionally, why not do it? Starting off like interviews, like all the event stuff,
Right.
and then slowly building up to like more commercial work. And we work also a lot with like the cultural scene, so like museum and like art events and whatnot. So yeah, that's
Right.
how I end up here.
And then just let me go back quickly to where you like figured out
Mhm.
you want to do this
Yeah.
professionally, and you want to work with this and make money out of it.
Yeah.
What was the goal then? Like where did you see yourself? Like, did you want to make film, like feature films or
Yeah.
short films, or did you always want to like get into commercial? Or
I think like what I like the most about filmmaking nowadays, and this is why I identify myself, I don't know, that's weird to say, but like more as a cinematographer than like a director.
right?
Mostly because I'm really sensible to images, and I like images a lot. I like images, creating images, even like a little bit more than telling stories sometimes.
Right.
So that's why like I also work as like a cam op or like a cinematographer on
That
images.
you kind of grew into that.
Yeah,
or
I kind
what?
of grew into that because like I was looking at what was going on in like the film, like the video scene, I'd say, and they're even like professional, like big production companies back home. They're like the quality of what was like produced. I was like, this is weird because like it doesn't look good to me, and like if
Right.
if it doesn't look good,
could be done better.
could be done better. And this is I don't think they're bad. I just feel like I had like another way and like
Yeah,
another way to
exactly.
look at things, and that's why I started to shoot like a lot of interviews and whatnot, and trying to get the most like the nicest images possible, even for like interviews or like event work. And this is what kind of drew me into like this more like the more cinematography aspect side of things.
Right.
And then it all grew from there. And I also love editing, I think, and I love color grading. So like it's really hard for me to
goes
like,
hand in hand.
Yeah.
And it kind of comes naturally.
yeah, on bigger projects we would like get more people for like the color grading, depending on like the size and the scope of the project.
Right.
But I like filming and I like editing. Like I like doing the whole thing. So yeah,
And
that's
here you are.
yeah.
So you didn't go the school way,
I didn't go to
because
school.
that's often kind of the question. Like, do you go to school? Do you not go to
Yeah,
school?
I feel like dude, we're talking too much about me. It's weird. I feel like school is great.
Yeah.
I feel school is great. I don't think school is great in Switzerland.
Okay.
I feel like you can go to school in Switzerland, but then you have to move abroad and like
Right.
do stuff abroad. If you want
That's
to
more about the industry then, no?
yeah,
Because I feel like, to me, the way I kind of figured, I mean, the way I kind of feel about it is, it really depends on what kind of person you are.
Yeah.
Like, how do you learn? Because I don't think it's school or not school. It's not like a right or wrong. It's more like, how do you learn? Like, what's the way you learn best? Because so many people are like, these days, especially in this industry, in this topic, film and photography and arts and graphic in general, are like, how do you say that? Teaching themselves, because we have these platforms like YouTube and all these other platforms that are growing that you can learn from for free. People realize, I don't need to go to school. That was just a thing where I got all the knowledge because it wasn't anywhere else. But now the knowledge is so many other places.
yeah,
It really depends on how far you are, and if you learn by yourself, and if you have the drive and the passion to just do it yourself, because you have to sit down and just learn while other people like might be outside and just having fun, and nobody tells them what to do.
yeah.
And if you go to school, somebody does tell you what to do, and it's exactly like, do this, like this, read this, try this, and then it gets judged. And some people really need that.
Yeah, exactly. And I think like I think the most important thing with school is like the network you create.
Absolutely.
Most people that go to film school, their first like short film, whatever, like the crew is gonna be like 90% like classmates.
Right.
Sorry.
And it might even stay like that.
And it might even say like that down the line. Yeah,
career.
for sure. But I feel like now, if you're thriving to like get better at what you do, like you have courses online that cost like a fraction of like what tuition like costs, and you have YouTube and everything you can learn from yourself. And of course you won't have all the, I guess, knowledge that you get from school, but you also be more up to date. Because my biggest gripe with school, I think, is that, at least in my opinion and what I've seen, is that sometimes teachers, they're a little outdated compared to like what's going on in the actual industry, or like
Absolutely.
or like the tools you're using and whatnot. And this is true, and like for like film schools, but like for all schools. Like you go to marketing school, chances are like the teacher, like what they're teaching, like how their class is, like all the materials and whatnot, it's probably like a couple years old.
It really depends, because some schools are really good at that, and they're known for that. Their teachers really come out of the industry. They still work. They might just do 1 or 2 days a week, or maybe even less for schooling, and the rest they have like their own their own film production company. Like they're directors themselves, and they're cinematographers, they're freelancers in the industry, or just and you can tell.
Yeah, definitely.
You can tell what schools people come from, and if they learned the way that the industry actually works, so they just had like books, and that you kind of feels like 20 years old, and just they know the theory about it, but then they get into a whole new world when they get out of school and out in the real world. It's like, oh wow, this is different, and that shouldn't be that way.
That shouldn't be that way.
You are getting prepared.
But I understand why it's that way, and I think there's nothing around it. There's also this thing. I think when you go to film school, usually you're kind of young-ish, and then filmmaking and working in this industry, I think is really based on like how much you want it. Because like you can go to 100%. Film school all you want, and then you graduate, and no one is gonna give you like, oh, here you come DP this, or like come direct this.
But I think it's with all the topics that come out of a passion-based, because I don't know anybody that works in this industry that doesn't have this big passion for it. It's a passion-based work. I don't know how you call it. I don't know how you categorize it, but that's how I call it. Like, it's a passion-based work.
Yeah.
You don't just get out of school and be like, I don't know what to do. I mean, maybe film. I kind of
Yeah.
shit, but let me try film.
It's an accounting.
It's like, you know,
Yeah.
all the accountants out there are like,
Yeah,
fucking
sorry,
mad right now.
accountants. Yeah, they're cool.
No,
I need
but-
someone to do my taxes. Holla at me. At Panado on Instagram.
Yeah, I think that's like you said, you get out of there, and so you have to have the passion, and then that's also it's a big not, I don't want to say rivalry, 'cause that's kind of negative.
Yeah.
But competition. Yeah, there is a
Big.
lot out there that
Yeah.
want to do it, that want it bad. That's also why prices are in the beginning really hard to do, because everybody just, I mean, like you said,
Yeah.
somebody starts paying you, and you're like, I don't know how much to charge. It's just
Yeah.
fun. I'll just do it. You know,
Yeah,
so many
definitely.
people just do it for
Yeah,
almost
pricing is
free.
crazy. When you work in the creative field, pricing is like.
But
'cause
maybe
it's not-
that's even a topic for
That's a
another
topic.
episode.
Definitely a topic
That's
for
a
another
whole,
one. Oh yeah,
whole
I'm not gonna
episode.
even.
That's a whole season.
We're not. Oh yeah, that's 5 seasons.
Yeah, but maybe even school could be another episode. Who knows? I mean, to go to school or no.
School should be, and I'm not dissing on anyone who's going to film school or
Oh,
not
no.
going to film school. I think, as you said in the beginning, like there are so many ways to like achieve the same result. Like
100%.
whoever, like I don't care. Like at the end of the day, if I'm getting like people to like first AC or even DP on like projects, like I'm not even looking at their like degree. I'm
No,
looking at what they've
nobody
done
is.
Before. Like nobody.
Why
gives
does it
a
matter?
Crap. No,
That's
no one
the
cares.
beautiful thing about this industry. For work, you have this end product that you can look at, and
Yeah.
you know if this person did this,
Yeah.
you know she or he is qualified to do the work.
Oh, for
That's
sure.
it. You don't
Yeah.
need to figure out like how she got there, or he got there,
Yeah.
what kind of school he or she did. It really doesn't matter,
Yeah.
because the end product is what you're working for.
Yeah.
You have this end thing, and I think in so many jobs, and I talked to some other people that do jobs, like for example, a friend of mine was working in Migros in the supermarket,
Yeah.
and he was just filling up the shelves.
Yeah.
And to him, the worst part of this work was he didn't see, at the end of the day when he left, he didn't see the work
Yeah.
he did, because 5 minutes later, some people might take stuff, and it's the whole shelf is fucked up again. He doesn't see the end product of his
Yeah.
work. It's just, it doesn't stop. He, like, if you look into the future, it's never gonna
That's
be
really
different.
That's what's
That was
really
hard for him.
gratifying with like filmmaking, because you can always look back at projects and like
That too.
I'm like never satisfied with any of the
Mhm.
projects I do, because like I look back at them and like, oh, I should have done that better, or like
Yeah.
the lighting there is like
It's like
oh,
the second you
yeah.
you finish the project, you're like, I could have done
I
that.
could have done better.
Yeah.
But like it's always nice to like look back at things, and I think that's when you make your reel and whatnot. Like this is cool because like you see all the projects and all the work you've done, and this is sort of like tangible. Whereas like when you work in other fields, then
Yeah, you don't
sometimes
have that.
just crunch numbers.
Going back to how, like, we know your story now, how you got into it, but
Yeah.
now that you're kind of in a different place than where you came from,
Yeah.
what would you do things differently?
No, 100% the same. That's funny because I asked myself that very same question like not so long ago, but I feel like all the decisions I made, because I'm really happy where I'm at right
Mhm.
now. All the decisions I made, like ended, like I'm ending up here because of them. And like no, like of course you could go and like go to film school in like London or like LA or New York, but who knows? Like maybe I would have been there, cool experience, but then I would have, I don't know, maybe
Right.
burned out because like I don't know, I wouldn't.
Could
Yeah,
have
I
gone
don't
a
know.
completely different way.
Completely wrong.
But maybe even small stuff, like what would, I mean, you could still take like in general the same way, but
yeah,
would you like small stuff that you're kind of sometimes like, I should have done that. I should have done that earlier. Maybe
Yeah.
the journey didn't have to be like long.
yeah.
It could have been shorter, or what?
I
Is there
feel-
something?
If I were to like change one thing, I would have probably got into like freelancing a little earlier, just because like I don't know, it might have made things like a little faster. Like I would be maybe in a different place right now. But as I said, like I'm so happy where I'm at and like where I'm heading and like
Mhm.
the projects I work on and the people I work with, that I think it's all worth it. Are we good with
Absolutely.
time?
Yeah, we're 20 minutes in.
20 minutes in. Do you want to wrap this up
Yeah.
and like
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, is there anything else you wanted to talk about?
there's so many things I want to talk about.
It was beautiful hearing you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like my voice? Kind of
I do.
soothing.
I hear it the whole time, and I
Yeah.
hear myself too.
Yeah, kind of like
Yeah.
it too. Anyways, so that's it for today's episode. That was just getting to know one of your hosts, me in that case. And next week we're coming back to the very same format, and we're gonna know a little bit more and discover a little bit more about my man Phil. And don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, go on Spotify, follow us Instagram, drop us comments, slide in our DMs, and if you have any topics you want us to talk about or discuss and whatnot, text us. Use them fingers.
Give us feedback. We're really newbies and rookies in this whole thing, and we love to hear what you think, what we do good, what we do bad, and what we could improve, and what you want to hear for sure. Yeah,
I guess roll outro.
Yeah, whatever the outro is.
Yeah, let me beatbox.
What's the outro? What's the outro?
I don't know what the outro is.
We don't
figure out the outro yet.
Yeah, you'll hear it. Maybe it's just us talking right now.
Yeah,
it's just at the end. It's just cut.
It's gonna fade away.
It's just gonna be black or not.
Fade.